Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Introduction, my name is Jakwinta Rahmadias Kusuma with student ID number 2024-32001, Class A Information System Study Program. Here I will explain the chart jaringan komputer which contains subnetting, VLSM, and static routing. The first step is building topology design. First is edit 3 PT routers and edit 3 switch and edit 9 end device or PC. And next is the PC is connected to the switch using a straight-through cable, while the routers are connected using a serial DCE cable or a zigzag line. And this placement is designed to form 3 LAN segments, subnet A, subnet B, and C, connected via WAN line. And next, after configuration is filed and according to the FLSM calculation, PC0, PC1, PC2 are configured with subnet mask like this and gateway like this. And in PC subnet B, PC3, 4, and 5 use subnet mask like this and gateway like this. And next, PC on subnet J, PC6, PC7, and PC8 use subnet mask like this and gateway like this. And next is router interface configuration, gateway and WAN. And first is router 0, which is subnet A. LAN interface FA0/0 configured with IP like this and mask like this. This address is the default gateway for all PC on subnet A. And WAN interface A SA2/0 connects router 0 to router 1 with IP like this. And WAN interface J SA3/0 connects routers 2 with IP 192 and 168 and 1 and 113. After all interfaces are effective, the final very important step is adding a static route table or IP route. First is system message serial 3/0 down indicates that the serial 3/0 interface is down or not fully connected when the configuration is performed. And first IP route line command to register a route to subnet B via the route 1 path like this. And the second IP route line, the command to register a route to subnet C via router 2 and exit and final notification command to exit configuration mode, followed by success message that the static route has been successfully saved into the router system via console. And next, router 1 in subnet B, LAN interface FA0/0 configured with IP like in the text and mask like in the text. This address is the exit for PCs on subnet B. And one interface A SA2/0 is connecting to router 0 with IP like in the text. And one interface B SA3/0 is connects router 1 to router 2 with IP like in the text. And after all interfaces are active, the final is very important step is adding a static route table or IP route to subnet A routes the packet to address like in the text via next hop or router 0, and route to subnet C or route the packet to address like in the text via next hop like in the text router 2. And next is router 2 in subnet C, LAN interface FA0/0 configured with IP 192.168.1.1 and mask something like in the text. This interface is also connected to the web server and DNS, and one interface CSA2.0 reconnecting to router 0 with IP like in the text, and one interface BSA3 or 0 reconnecting to router 1 with IP like in the text. After all interfaces are effective, the final very important step is adding a static route table or IP route and register a route to subnet A via router 0 and to subnet B via router 1. And enter network ping lane A to lane B and vice versa. This test proves connectivity between devices in subnet B, PC1, PC2, and PC0, with device in subnet B, PC3, PC4, and PC5. The data packet is sent from IP like IP subnet A to IP subnet B, and reply from response is displayed with 0% loss statics. And these results show that router 0 and router 1 successfully exchange route information via WAN path so that data packets can traverse different segments and lane A to lane C and vice versa. This task is performed to ensure that subnet A and can reach subnet C, which is the segments with the largest number of hosts, 45 hosts. The packet is sent from IP subnet A to IP in subnet C, and the result is the connection was completely successful after the static route process was configured on router and router 2. And in this image there is request timeout at the beginning. This occurs because of the ARP process or mapping IP address to MAC address when sending the first packet. And next is line B to line C, and this is the final to ensure that all triangles of the network topology are fully connected. And a PC from subnet B pings an IP address on subnet C. The result is static, so that the packets were sent and received successfully or 0% lost. And the technical conclusion that the success of the ping proves then that when the path between router 1 and router 2 has been configured correctly using the appropriate IP route. And that's all from me. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.